The Fresh Prince of Midair, Trey Miguel.
Too sick for this world, Zachary Wentz.
The Cardiac Kid, Desmond Xavier. We are
The Rascals.
And you are listening to Total
Non-stop
Impact
Podcast, baby.
Woo!
Then I might be forced to watch it.
Yo, right now you listening to the cart, charisma, athleticism, and raw talent. And what you're really listening to is total non-stop impact. Don't you dare miss a listen. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, brought to you by the Impact Lounge. And God damn it, if it's good enough for the Rascals, it's good enough for you. Big thank you to the Rascals for that amazing introduction to the show this week. This is Trent, along with my co-host Kyle. Kyle, say
doing
hello,
good
people.
In my ass.
Well, I guess it is. Yes, all right. Well, that's a great introduction, Kyle. Thank you very much for
Feels
welcoming.
good to be back, Trent. Feels good to be back here on the Impact Lounge with the loungers and the tribe members, my real friends.
Your real friends, your real family. You know, after your real family left you, they didn't believe in you, but the Impact Lounge did believe in you.
That's right. I got Whoopsie. I got Megedro. I got Dancing Mike. Got who else we got? We got a lot of loungers, a lot of tribe members.
Chris Steele show.
Chris Steele show.
We got a lot,
Zach
man.
Martin.
Oh, dude, we got Jamie Weisner. We got geez. I mean, how many people we got? We got Colby Cooper every week. First guy. This guy, we got this guy. Remember this guy with the great theories, you know? J-Rock Freak. We got them all, man. Willie Bowen. We got HSG Sabu who leaves several comments for us every week. Tons of people. Richard Cartledge, you know, they leave tons of regulars every week. We love it. We love our tribe, man. And but we are here, Kyle, to talk about the January 25th, 2019 episode of Impact Wrestling from Fronton, Mexico City. Exciting night. They're back down south over there. No walls can stop Impact Wrestling, Kyle. No walls are going to stop Impact Wrestling. You know, they couldn't get that wall up because Impact had to go and tape episodes in Mexico City, my friend. That's how it works.
Absolutely. Tremendous. Speaking of tremendous, Trent, how did you pull off this tremendous Rascals intro we got here? How did you pull that one off? Who'd you pay off?
No payment needed. You're are
sober. I know you didn't give them any weed.
I didn't have to. I mean, they're in those smoky segments every week on Impact Wrestling. I don't have to provide them anything. But the Rascals are great dudes. They love us. They love the show. They are they're good buddies of mine. I've known them for a bit now, and they're super supportive of what you and I are doing. And I said, hey, I asked Dez. I said, Dez, would you mind giving me a little bit of a drop for this show? Would you mind wrangling up them Rascals? And he said, anything for you, Trent. You got it. You just tell me when. And I told after the show at AEW this past Saturday, saw Dez. He's like Zach and Trey, get over here. We're doing this drop for Trent. And they said, what do you want us to say? I said, here's the name of the show. Hit it. And they went into it. And they did it, man. And it was awesome. So I'm super thankful to my boys, the Rascals. I love those dudes. They're the coolest dudes, man. Coolest. I love them. Kyle, you should hang out with them sometime in that room of theirs.
I would love to hang out with the Rascals, Trent. That's got to be at the top of my list of wrestling fan dreams.
One day we'll set this up. Kyle. We can maybe arrange for you to hang with the Rascals. But
I want to learn some of that Zachary Wentz Spanish that he was speaking on tonight's episode that we're about to talk about.
Yeah, his voice changes too, which is interesting. I don't know how he does that.
Interesting.
What a guy.
That Rosetta Stone sure works wonders.
Definitely does. Just a cute boy from Ohio, and somehow he knows how to speak deep voiced, perfect Spanish. How about that?
Oh yeah, but you know what, Trent? Before you read the comments from the loungers and the tribe members, while we're still in the intro here at the top of the show, I think we have a bit of an announcement to make, Trent, don't we?
Oh, you tell me, Kyle. Do we have an announcement?
Rohit Raju from the Desi Hit Squad is coming right here on the show to chop it up with me and you, Trent, you and I.
That's right. That's right, man. You are going to be outnumbered. It's going to be 2 brown guys to 1 white guy. And we have another Daisy joining the show who's going to join us and hang with us. Like you say, chop it up. Chop it up like a salad, Kyle. It's going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to that one.
I want to hear his story. I want to hear the background of Rohit. How he got to Impact Wrestling. What it's like working behind the scenes at Impact Wrestling. I mean, Trent, this is total nonstop Impact. It only makes sense we get to speak to some Impact wrestlers once in a while.
Once in a while, it's good to chop it up with some of these guys. I want to hear the stories. Hey, how'd you get in the business?
Yeah,
Where'd
the guys that
from?
are really doing it. I mean, Trent. You got me and you, super fans, kicking around our unsolicited opinions. It only makes sense to get one of the guys really doing it, really living it behind the scenes at Impact Wrestling to come here on the show and bless us, bless the lounge and the tribe members.
Validate us a little bit, right?
That's right. And the real thing, Trent, I want to get Gama on the show.
Oh, I'd love to get Chacha Gama on the show. I'd love to get him on. Maybe, listen, we talked to Rohit. Maybe he's happy with us. He goes back. He tells Chacha. Chacha slaps him in the face and says, "Don't waste my time."
We can do some family therapy. Family therapy with Kyle and Trent, no?
It could work. That could very well work.
Could work, Trent.
We got to find out. All right, Kyle.
So please, the loungers, tribe members, please leave us comments right now for Rohit. We're going to pull out the mailbag on him. So whatever you want, nothing is off the table. Leave a question right now for Rohit, and within the next coming weeks, the interview will pop up. So stay tuned for that. Just like Dancing Mike is staying tuned for his Christmas present. I don't think we sent that to him yet, Trent.
What a scumbag!
Not yet. You know how you normally, when you win a prize, they say you allow 6 to 8 weeks for delivery? That's what we're going to need to do.
It's in the fine print.
What a scumbag!
It's coming, Dancing Mike. It's coming.
We're stitching your T-shirt thread by thread.
It's coming, my friend. It'll be on its way to you. You got his address, right, Kyle? I mean, you did the work here, right?
Yeah, everything's taken care of, Trent. Trust me.
All right. We're going to get this out to him. All right. Dancing Mike, don't worry about it. So, yeah, guys, leave questions for Rohit. Leave them in the comments on the YouTube page here, or tweet it to us at We Talk Impact on Twitter. Let us know what you want us to ask him. We're looking forward to that one. All right, Kyle, why don't you go change a couple of urinal cakes while I read off these YouTube comments? What do you say? Keep yourself busy for a little bit, huh?
Janitor jokes?
You know what? Listen, I got to go with it. It's fresh. It's fresh. It's hot news. Hot news. This is hot news, my friend. So, go
loungers, I recently took up a job as a school janitor, doing some custodial artistry. I'm a custodial artist now. That's what I'm doing.
I love that term.
Yes, Trent. I will be changing urinal cakes. I'm going to be getting paid to do it.
Go ahead and do that. And then be a bad influence on the kids. And I'll go ahead and read the comments off over
here. Well, the urinal cakes aren't even the worst part, Trent. You know what the worst part is?
I can only imagine.
Well, they make you put on gloves, and you clean out the bathrooms, whatever, no big deal. Expected, right? Wrong. When you go in the female bathroom, Trent, you gotta clean out the little ladies' room. I mean, in a school here, so they give you some salad tongs. Except, Trent, you're not picking up any salad. No, you're picking up some of Dracula's tea bags. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Oh, disgusting. It's a dirty, disgusting job. Just like that show, Disgusting Jobs. It's awful. But yeah, Kyle Man's got to pay the bills, Trent.
Hey, listen, Kyle. When we start making millions of dollars doing radio here, one day you'll tell your kids, you'll say, "Kids, I paid my dues. I picked up Dracula's tea bags." And then look at me now. Look at me now.
Read the comments, you bastard.
All right, here we go.
Let me talk to you.
Comments from the loungers.
Let me talk to you.
Comments from the loungers.
Let me talk to you.
Here we go. All right, we're going to kick it off. The Chris Steele Show says, "An explosion retool is my language. I'm always saying how they need to utilize explosion. So look at those Twitch one night only specials are about 3 hours, too long for it not to be a pay-per-view. What they could do is tape the first hour of the Twitch show with explosion aprons and graphics, then use the remaining 2 hours for the Twitch broadcast. Demore is always saying how Impact has an open door policy, so why not showcase that policy on Explosion? Now they're able to give talent TV time, fresh new matchups, and exposure for up-and-coming talent. Remove the Around This Ring segment from the show and put it on YouTube. I'd air Explosion in the old Thursdays at 8 p.m. and end each show with the Impact cold open. Throw Sanjay and D'Amore on commentary, and your B show is ready to go. Well, the Sanjay part we can scratch because he's gone. But I'm all for an Explosion retooling. I actually watched it today on my lunch break. It was the Explosion match taped during Homecoming, which was Crimson and Jax Dane, the War Kings, taking on Bram and Caleb Connolly. And then did the Around the Ring special with Rich Swann, and the rest of it was just clips. So I agree, man. I think Explosion could definitely be redone and utilized a lot better than it is. I'd be down for it. Put it somewhere. It's on GWN now for free, I believe. But air that sucker on Twitch too. What do you think, Kyle?
You know what, Trent? I thought that for a while. For a long time, I said, we should do something with Explosion. And they've added little tweaks here and there, but Explosion is always going to be Explosion. That being said, Trent, I think we need a secondary show. I think Impact needs another source of programming. However, I think the name Explosion has already been well established as kind of like I don't want to say a throwaway show, but it is what it is. It's barely even for the U.S. market. I think it's something that the fans over in the United Kingdom get to see more than anybody. You ask Impact fans here in the United States about Explosion, most of them don't even know what it is or where to find it. So I think we need a new show, Trent, but forget Explosion. I don't want to retool Explosion. I'd rather them create a new show with a new name.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea too, man. Freshen things up. All right, moving on here. The Doctrine of Mayhem. He says, if Eli beats Edwards in the story, he can name himself the hardcore legend. Start up the Extreme Open Challenge and go crazy week to week. He becomes what he despised, and that could eventually catapult him to the world title again. I love our Impact Tribe giving us storyline ideas. This is awesome. Now, what do you think, man? A lot of people, a lot of our listeners here have really been on board with Eli morphing into this hardcore guy and like becoming this dude and letting that propel him back to the top, man. What do you think? I don't know if that would do it, but maybe. It depends how good it goes off. He's great at what he does. So if anyone can pull it off, it's Eli Drake.
I don't know. I mean, I think we might be overanalyzing it at this point. To me, in my opinion, the story was about, Eli crusading against hardcore wrestling because it represents everything he's against as a wrestler. And I don't know if it's going to continue to carry on into the future. I would say this story is just about over. But then he goes into the thing with Eddie Edwards. So where do we go from here, Trent? I don't know, but I don't want to see him become a king of hardcore. And these damn listeners with their hardcore title idea, it's not going to happen. I don't want to see it to happen. So don't even try to sneak that one in.
Yeah, let's. They're pushing for it hard, man. Pushing for it hard. All right. The Runner says, did you hear about Taryn Terrell wanting to come back? I didn't hear about it, but I see she's posting a lot of pictures lately of her old days. So I'd welcome her back. What about you?
I'd welcome her to multiple places, Trent.
Absolutely you would. All right, keep it in your pants. Keep it in your pants. This is a friendly show.
I would love to see I would love to see Taryn Terrell back in Impact Wrestling, Trent, because the last time she came back, she got robbed of her run, and it just went nowhere. They they owe Taryn a run. They owe Taryn a contract to come back and do something, work some sort of storyline, because before that, Trent, before she got screwed and whatever happened with going over to Canada, whatever it was, I don't really know. But before that, her last run with the Dollhouse was the best work of her career.
Fantastic work. Incredible stuff. She's super, super talented.
I would like to see her come back.
Absolutely. All right, let's keep going here. HSG Sabu says, also a question for both of you Pizza Kings. Pineapple on pizza, thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you say, Kyle?
Okay, I'm a big pizza guy here, Trent.
I know. That's why he's asking us. He's putting us on the spot here.
The thing is, though, Trent, it's in my nature to attack pineapple pizza. For a long time, I did. I was very, very much against the idea, the concept, the thought of pineapple pizza. But I hadn't tried it. So after all these years of me just attacking people for liking this, somebody sat me down at the brewery, of course. Gave me a slice of Domino's, and I'm usually against Domino's pizza trend. You know, I'm traditional. I like real pizza. I live in New York. I like real home mom and pop shop, real dough, real pizza, not chain food like Domino's.
Wait a minute, Kyle, hold on a second.
Trent,
didn't you fall asleep ordering a Domino's pizza like a week ago?
I'm about to get there, Trent. I'm about to get there. Somebody sits me down with a Domino's pizza with pineapple and bacon on it, and Trent, it was one of the most delicious things I ever tasted.
It really is. I'll give it to you. It's odd, man. I was against it till I started dating. My girlfriend's from Hawaii, man. She's all about this shit. So she tells me you got to try it. I try to go. This is actually pretty goddamn good. I dogged it for a long time.
How dare you tell the listeners that I fell asleep ordering a pizza? It wasn't
you told
even
me.
part of the show. We didn't even bring that up on the show.
I just did. So, listen, man, we always talked about you freaking dying last week. We might as well be honest here. We're transparent, man. Our listeners know everything about us. We tell them life. We tell them who we are. We want them to know Kyle and Trent. We're hanging out with them for an hour and a half every week. I want to get to know him. All right, this guy, the guy who got the most buzz last week with his amazing Sue Young, Rich Swann, Sami Callihan theory. He says, glad you guys enjoyed my theory. Just try not to blame me if you get excited for nothing when it doesn't happen. But since you want more feedback from me, I got another fantasy booking scenario for you. Oh, shit. Dude, this guy's coming in hot. Here we go.
Chock full of them.
He says, I think they should really put the belt on Brian Cage for a while. Then while that's going on, they should continue their success with the TNA versus Impact feuds. For example, OG LAX versus LAX, Tommy Dreamer versus Eddie Edwards, etc. And seriously, have one between Mr. Anderson and Eli Drake. The best talker in Impact Wrestling before Eli Drake is Mr. Anderson. And, he says the best talker in Impact Wrestling before Eli Drake versus Eli Drake. I would have this feud last for at least 5 months if I were them, with Anderson putting over Eli in the end, of course. Then this quickly leads to an Eli Drake face turn. Afterwards, the build-up begins for Eli versus the Machine at the next pay-per-view, and boom, there's your new Rock. This guy better freaking get a job writing for Impact Wrestling. I love it. This guy, dude, can you imagine the mic work between Anderson and Eli Drake? The mic work. I don't even know what the hell Anderson. I think he's just training now. I don't think he's wrestling anymore. But I don't know, man. Kyle, were you a fan of Mr. Anderson?
I mean, he definitely was never a favorite of mine, but I don't hate the guy, and I can see him and Eli Drake, what they could do on the microphone going toe-to-toe. That could be some very, very entertaining television, Trent.
I'm with you. I was never a huge fan, but I didn't hate him either. But those two together could be hot fire. All right. Begedro, he says, LAX breaking up, maybe, if they bring back the Wolves. That makes room for 2 new guys as talented as LAX to be inserted into multiple feuds. If they break up, that's 2 feuds. Santana for the main event or X Division, and Ortiz for a different middle card feud with King as his mouthpiece. Then you have tag teams, Lucha Bros, Rascals, Wolves, Daisy Hit Squad, or some other job team. You can have Ortiz feud with Moose, Eli Drake, if Impact bets on him. Wow, so much potential. Rich Swann, Willie Mack. Santana can feud with Eli Drake, Sami if they move him up the card soon enough. Killer Kross, Cage, hell yeah. We need to create more homemade main event stars, man. And a great tag team is one of the best ways to do it. For example, HBK, Rude, Storm, Eddie Edwards. Not a bad theory, man. Not a bad idea. I mean, I don't want to see them break up, though. I think they're a strong tag team. But the 2 guys are talented enough to carry a single. But I think it's too soon to break them up. I'm not on the breakup LAX train yet.
Not at all. I mean, Trent, we have these 2 theories that people keep approaching us with they want an Impact Hardcore title, and apparently they want to see LAX split up. Why would anyone want to see LAX split up? Now, Dancing Mike, I think, broke it down for us and got very, very detailed and specific. I think it was Dancing Mike. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I think it was Dancing Mike a few weeks ago. And he got really into it, telling us, at what cost keeping LAX together, would... yeah, you lost me, Trent. Do you remember? I was hoping you would. Do you remember what Dancing Mike did?
I don't recall offhand. It was we get a lot of comments here, Kyle. I can't remember everything here. I'm looking towards you.
I'm gonna delete that. I just why are we even reading this, Trent? Obviously, LAX shouldn't break up. That is the stupidest thing anybody's ever wrote to us. Why are people suggesting that LAX should break up? I don't see it. I get what they mean, but I don't see LAX as one of those type of tag teams. I mean, do you really see Ortiz and Santana as single stars? And I don't mean to insult them or disrespect them because that's not what I mean. I'm sure they're both very capable of doing that. But they're just so perfect together. Why would you ever split them up?
I'm with you. Listen, I'm with you, man. I'm not arguing with you. Don't yell at me, man. Shit.
I got to yell at somebody.
Well, hey, you can't yell at the listeners, that's for sure.
I love the listeners, Trent, and I want to get their opinions, but I'm not sold on this LAX breaking up thing. I don't know why people keep suggesting it.
I don't know. But hey, I got a couple more for you, Kyle, and we're going to move on.
Hurry up. We're on the 20-minute mark here, Trent. Keep moving.
All right. Vince Burr's a new commenter here. He says, the Rebel Complex is very nice. It's not bad going across the border. They did check my luggage one of the times going there for Bound for Glory 2017 in Ottawa. They thought I was wrestling or something because they asked me if I was like 3 times, and I said no each time, and I guess they didn't believe me. So, hey, Vince, you must look like a wrestler, man. But, yeah, Canada's easy to get into, Kyle. Get your damn passport, and we'll go to a pay-per-view.
I kept saying I wasn't a wrestler, but they didn't believe me.
They didn't believe. Richard Cartledge says that something interesting. I live in the UK, and we get Impact at the same time it goes on Twitch. Also, it's unedited. Also, I'm glad Kyle is okay, but he does deserve the dummy of the week. So, yeah, you're still a dummy about that, Kyle. You're still a dummy. We also had a quick one here. Colby Cooper asks us, what do you think the next pay-per-view is going to be called? I thought, I don't know. I gave him a suggestion. I said I wanted it to be called Rebellion because if it takes place in Toronto at the Rebel, it could be Rebellion. That's what I thought. I saw your comment to him was Colby Cooper's Chaos in the Cage. You smart-ass bastard, Kyle.
Colby Cooper's Chaos in the Cage. You wouldn't buy that pay-per-view? Why are you insulting Colby?
I'm not insulting Colby. But Colby insults you, and he says, Kyle, take an Uber, dummy. That's what he tells you. And then we also had one more bit of feedback for you, Kyle, about you, dummy. Jamie Wise. No, who was it? Hold on. HSG Sabu says, I think Kyle needed that wake-up call. Things happen for a reason. He was headed for a rehab GoFundMe. Now, Kyle, here's my surprise.
Very true.
I got a surprise for you and the listeners this week.
What's that?
Because of you being a dummy, the dummy of the week, getting into a bad deal last week in that bad car, when you should have taken an Uber or a Lyft. I'm more of a Lyft guy. You take Lyft at all out there? I know they got Lyft by you. You a Lyft guy or just strictly an Uber guy, Kyle?
Strictly a drunk driver guy.
No, let's not do that again. You weren't. Let's clarify. You weren't the one drunk driving. You were getting into a car with a drunk driver.
I'm kidding, Trent. I'm an Uber guy now, obviously.
All right, but there's another company called Lyft. I know they got them out by you. My surprise for you and my gift to the listeners this week. We officially, our show now has a promo code with Lyft. So, Kyle, your first ride with Lyft will be 10% off. You have Lyft credit. Actually, I think it might be a little more than 10% off. I think it's 20% off, actually. But first-time Lyft users can enter the promo code WeTalkImpact, and you will get a discounted Lyft ride. So, Kyle, next time you're out being a jackass, download the Lyft app, put that promo code in, and you get half off your ride almost or something like that. I don't know. You get a discount.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
Sponsored by Lyft.
I'm shocked here, Trent. I mean, what did you just do? You just successfully did a commercial in real-time conversation. I didn't know that. I had no idea you You set us up with a Lyft account? What? We're sponsored by Lyft?
I did not set us up with a Lyft account. I spoke to Lyft and I said, look, because I'm more of a Lyft than Uber guy. I like Lyft better. They're just as good. They're just as national. And I said, look, I need to get. I have a podcast where I got several amazing listeners. You know, we're cracking triple digits here, or more than quadruple digits now, Kyle, which is awesome.
I got a text from the big boss himself, who doesn't send out many text messages. BQ texted me yesterday and said the numbers on the podcast have been excellent. That's
right. They have it. Thanks to all you guys. And I said, look, we had that story last week about you being a dummy. And, I said, look, you know what, man? I called Lyft. I said, guys, I got a lot of amazing listeners. I love Lyft. I love our listeners. I need you guys to work with me on something. I'll get your word out. You guys help me. I'll help you. And they said, you got it, Trent. Here is a promo code for you. Tell your listeners to type in We Talk Impact, and their first ride will be, I forget what the discount is, guys. I think it's like either 20% off or half off or something. Either way, you're getting a cheap ride. So use that. It's on us. Take it. You too, Kyle. That's for you.
All right. I'm already deleting Uber for Lyft right now, Trent.
Type it in, my friend. So there you go, man. So listeners, that's all for you guys too. Feel free to use that. Pass it around. Tell them it's from Kyle and Trent at Total Nonstop Impact. We want you guys to get home safe from everywhere you guys go.
Now let's review the show, Trent.
All right, guys. January 25th, 2019 episode from Front in Mexico. We're going to dive right into this. This is a fun episode, Kyle. They're back in Mexico after a couple of months. This is going to be the next couple of tapings here before they head to Las Vegas. And the show opened up, man. Rich Swann, the X Division champion, took on El Hijo de Vikingo. And this guy is freaking incredible. I love this dude. What did you think of this match, Kyle? I thought this dude was awesome. He was awesome last time they went to Mexico, too.
And that's how you open the show. Hot fire like that. Rich Swann. And I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce that guy's name. Hell of a match, though, Trent.
You can just call him Vikingo. He's a Viking. Vikingo. He was super over with the crowd. People loved him. They definitely love. He was really over. This guy was pulling out moves I've never heard of. I think he has no social media, which makes it tough. I think he needs to definitely get on social media because I was trying to tag the guy and find him. But I don't know. I mean, I hope Impact brings him in for some stuff, man. They had great chemistry, a lot of good back and forth. Swann really made him look good, and but in the end, it was a Swann win. You know, he defended. I don't know if the X Division title was on the line. They never said if it was or not, but he came out with, it's not, I'm looking at it right here, non-title match. So not on the line, but Swann hit his 450 to win the match anyway. So good match, man. I noticed one thing in this, Kyle. The arena layout, way better than last time than they were in Mexico. Last time, I noticed the crowd was way too far away, and they weren't as packed in. It looks like there was a bigger crowd this time. They set the seats up a lot better. A lot more concise kind of looking crowd. You can hear them a little better. They were more vocal. Definitely a better crowd layout this time. I'm down. I was down with it this week. I appreciate it. What did you think of this match?
No, I know exactly what you meant by that, Trent. The layout of the arena looked very different on TV, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but that's exactly what it was, Trent. The crowd was closer to the ring, when last time the crowd was a lot further back.
Super far last time. I was like, what the hell? These people can't even get into the match, man. So no, it was way better. Way better. Made for a lot hotter reaction. I dug that. During this match, they did plug that WrestlePro and Smash Wrestling both have partner shows coming up. The WrestlePro one happened on Saturday night. This past Saturday on the 26th, I believe. They had the WrestlePro one. It's on Twitch and streaming right now on demand on Twitch. And they have one coming up with Smash Wrestling, which I believe is called Brace for Impact. I think that's a one night only. That's coming up, I think, next week. So, yeah, they mentioned that. But anyway, after Swann wins here, you got OVE made their way to the ring. And once again, Sami's pushing Swann to join him. He says, you're not going to be successful without our help. And he brings up Swann's past, man, and all he's done for him. He tells him he would have been homeless, He's like, I gave you life. I gave you life. You know, and he's like, I gave you family. I gave you everything. You know, and Rich says, he goes, you know, it's Sami. That shirt might be the right size, but it's the wrong fit. And he walks away. So he turns him down. And Sami is not happy about that turn down, man. I think this is eventually going to lead to a nice Sami and Rich, you know, square up, man, for that X Division title. That's where I'm thinking it's going. What do you think?
Well, no shit, Sherlock. That's definitely where it's going. I just want to know. I want to know more about the story of Rich Swann and Sami saving him and keeping him alive. I need to know about this stuff, Trent. Very compelling, but they kind of just leave it all for you to wonder. So hopefully next week on the show they give me more of that backstory. What exactly were they talking about?
I was really hoping they went with this guy's storyline, man, where they you know, it was about the dead wife and the murder and all that stuff. That would have been great, man. I was really hoping that we went down that line, but it was that shows were already probably written by that point. We couldn't get to it, so would have been cool though. Would have been cool. I think we I want this guy to keep pumping those storylines out. Maybe something like that will catch. But yeah, man, I think it's compelling. You're right though. I want to hear more. Give me more about it though. You know, I mean, yeah, he mentions you would have been homeless, you would have been a bum. I gave you everything. You know, you owe me this. But I want to know why is he so obsessive? Like, what does it matter to him if Swann's with him or not? What does he need Swann and OVE for? What do you think? What does he need Swann? Loungers, what do you think Sami needs Swann and OVE for? Like, what's the end game in having him there? What do you think, Kyle? You think he just wants to hang out with him because Swann's cool? Maybe that's it.
He's a pretty cool guy. He wants to learn some of those dance moves, Trent.
Swann plays a mean guitar too, man. You ever see him play guitar? He brings it with him to like he's on the road, which is crazy. Like he had it in the locker room at Bound for Glory. He brought it to AEW once. He's just jams like when he's like ready to go, and he's like dressed and like waiting for his match. He's just sitting there like playing like songs. Like he makes up songs while he's just sitting there. He's like, Sami Callihan is putting on his gear and gonna have a great match and spread a lot of fear, you know, shit like that. He's just fucking improving, man. No reaction to that, Kyle? Not impressed by the fact that Rich Swann can improv songs about what he's seeing in the locker room?
I'm enjoying your story, Trent. What am I supposed to say? You're the one who saw that stuff, not me.
You're supposed to say, great, you know, hey, maybe you guys should do a record together or something. Funny you mentioned that, Kyle. Me and Rich talked about that. I'm like, hey, Rich, I should bring my bass and we should jam together. He's like, yeah, man, let's do that shit one day. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, Rich, let's do it. So maybe me and Rich Swann are going to release a freaking record one of these days.
Do a theme song for our podcast, something.
It could be. You never know what can happen, Kyle. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened in 2018. I can imagine what 2019 is looking like. Who the hell knows? All right, we're in the back, and Melissa Santos debuts as the new backstage interviewer. So I guess McKenzie Mitchell is officially out. She is, you know, we did talk about her departing the company. Good terms as always. But Melissa Santos is there. She's formerly, or I think she's still kind of with Lucha Underground, right? But she's there, and she interviews Kross and Moose. And Moose is rocking some Elton John glasses. Looking pretty cool. Those glasses were off the hook, Kyle. Do you have any glasses like that at all? Do you own any Elton John looking glasses whatsoever?
No, I can't afford anything out of the Moose collection, for the record.
Moose is a fancy guy, man.
Money Moose.
Big Money Moose is we wear some expensive stuff.
Why do you think your girl was massaging him at Bound for Glory, Trent? The guy's got the swagger.
And that's all she was doing, all right? She's a nurse. She was massaging his shoulder. That's all that happened. I watched. Maybe not all of it, but I watched.
Oh, God.
Don't you start implying other shit. You got me? God damn you, Kyle. God damn you.
What a scumbag!
Keep going.
All right. Here we go. We go from that to the Knockouts match, which is Taya Valkyrie, the champion, taking on, I think it was pronounced, it wasn't Keyra, it was Keyra, I think. Because it's spelled like Keira, Then I was like, we already have a Keira. But I'm like, it's Keyra. All right, non-title match, because none of these people have deserved title shots just yet. They're just, hey, it's local. But good back and forth match. I mean, Taya was very welcomed by the Mexico crowd. She cut her teeth down there, Kyle. Champions welcome. But it was pretty basic match. It was nothing too crazy about this one. Post match, Taya cuts after she wins. Sorry, Taya wins with her submission moves that she does. And after that, she cuts a promo on Tessa, just kind of hyping up their feud a little bit. Are you happy to see that Tessa and Taya feud continue on? I mean, I thought we had a nice blow off, man. You want to see it continue?
At this point, I don't want to see Tessa and Taya anymore. I've seen it too many times. I'm with the long-term booking, At this point, though, it's a little played out. I'm bored of it. Personally, Trent.
I'm bored of it, man. I mean, I know they're gonna tie up Tessa with Gail for a little bit first, so I just kind of want to see what they're gonna do with Taya in the meantime. I mean, she's still kind of shooting her mouth at Tessa, and it's like, well, hang on, Tessa's gonna be tied up with Gail. Let them hammer that shit out first, and then we'll come back to this.
We need to see Tessa versus Gail, though. That is a very important match.
That has a lot of story in it. We need that match to happen for sure. For sure, we need it to happen. We go to the back, and Melissa Santos is with Jordynne Grace and Keira Hogan, and she's talking to them about what's been going on recently with Dark Alley and Su Yung, and as Rosemary's presence being felt. The lights go out in the backstage area, and the TVs come back on. The lights go, and the TVs come back on, and the term "the darkness will take you to" appears on all the TV screens, and they all kind of look freaked out, and they're like, "What the hell's going on here?" So, the spirit of Rosemary, she's possessing. She's like a living ghost, man. That undead realm, Kyle. You're taking a trip to the undead realm? Did you ever? That could also be like dating a pretty terrible person too.
I've been to the undead realm plenty of times in high school and post high school. It's a dark place.
Very dark place. I've dated a few women who've taken me to the undead realm and took years off my life. So I know what Rosemary's trying to say here about the darkness taking you to. Terrible. All right, man. I did like, Kyle. Now on Twitch, in between what were commercial breaks on Pursuit. They last week we had Josh. He was cutting in live, and they had the chat room going on. Last week I think Tessa was in the chat room, and Ethan Page was in there. I think this week all the Rascals were in the chat room, so people were talking and chat. You could talk to all these guys in Twitch, but you had a live convo with Don Callis, and I don't know the gentleman's name, but he was kind of like a Twitch host, and they were hosting Q&A. Analysis during commercial breaks, 3 minutes at a time. Don Callis was chilling there with an epic photo of himself behind him, hanging on the wall behind him during his long-haired jackal days. This epic photo of Don is gracing his presence behind him. It was awesome. What a scene.
Don live from the webcam, huh?
Live from the webcam, man. Live from Casa de Callis.
I really can't miss Twitch.
He was coming at us.
I didn't watch on Twitch this week, Trent. I actually can't tell you how I watched the show. It would violate everything we're about here on the show.
Oh, jeez.
I did what I had to do, Trent.
You are. What a scumbag.
What a scumbag!
I had to see the show, all right? And this is a good example for the company. People are still having trouble catching the show. I did what I had to do. I didn't want to go to one of those dirty websites, Trent, but I had to.
What a scumbag!
Not a scumbag. Kyle.
I couldn't see it on Friday night when it aired. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, you were too busy being a louse somewhere.
No. When the show was on Pop TV, it was readily available for me to get free on demand, or I was able to DVR. The show, and now, if I don't catch the show when it's on Friday night, I'm not able to see it legally. And I want to watch it legally, lawfully. Oh, I would pay for it. I would bust out 99 cents once a week just to have that episode of Impact. I really would, Trent. So they still need to figure something out as far as video on demand or something goes. Because if you don't catch it on Friday, that's it.
Well, we'll get there. Well, I'm sure we're getting there. Whoopsie also had a comment about that, how they need to work on video on demand too, because he's having trouble watching it as well. So yeah, I think it's coming. Let's get this Twitch experiment rolling a little bit here first.
Yeah, I know there's like 10 days until the show gets on the GWN, and that's not so bad. But 10 days, Trent, I can't wait 10 days to see my Impact.
No, you can't. You have a podcast to do.
Besides that, I got to see the show.
I agree. I'm sure something's in the works on that, man.
Hopefully.
No worries.
Hopefully.
All right. So
I got some other things to complain about as far as TV networks go, but we'll get there. So please, Trent, move along with the review.
All right. Backstage, we cut backstage there, and Rich Swann reveals to Melissa Santos that Sami Callihan's words about him were true. Those words are true, and he looked bummed out, man. He looked worn out. He looked like defeated. He didn't want to admit it, but he had to. So more to come on that Rich and Sami one, dude. All right. At this point, I noticed, Kyle, we were above 10,000 viewers on Twitch, which was fantastic. That's really cool. I think they were peaking even higher than that. They were. It was great, man. The Twitch was flying. The chat. This was a peak time for the Twitch at this point. Really, really fun, man. Really fun to be a part of it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying seeing all that interaction about Impact. Definitely a lot of fun.
Well, you see, Trent, you got all that Twitch interaction, and all I got was a bunch of computer viruses and porno pop-ups.
Yeah,
spyware.
Why don't you go change your mop head, and then we'll talk about what the hell we're gonna do here about getting you some legal viewing. God damn it,
I'm
Kyle.
giving my computer aids just to watch Impact.
It's not good enough, Kyle. Not good enough. I'm disappointed in you. I'm really disappointed in you right now. You pissed me off, Kyle. You pissed me off, man. I'm not having this. You got your goddamn phone.
I want the show, damn it. I want the show. It's hard.
You got your phone. You got download the Twitch app. I don't care where you are. Let that sucker stream and keep looking at it. And then you can go back and make your notes. But keep looking at it. Keep your stream on. Keep one earbud in and let it play.
Well, you know what, Trent? We had a system at the brewery every Thursday night because they have Pop TV. We were doing like Impact Thursday. It was awesome, man. It was the coolest thing. And now the show is on Fridays and the brewery doesn't get Pursuit. Just like I don't get Pursuit at home. It's hard to get Pursuit. So now as fans, either they need to find a new network, or B, as fans, we got to start bombarding the cable providers to put Pursuit on more packages.
Do it. That's what it takes, man. I did it for Pop on mine, and it worked. And I bet you mine gets Pursuit soon too, man. Seriously, just guys, bug your cable companies. It works. When they say to tell your cable companies what you want, it works. Loungers, tell them you want Pursuit channel on your cable network, man. They do listen. It definitely works. So bombard them. Tell them you want your Impact Wrestling. All right, Kyle, we go from there to your favorite segment of the night, the Rascals. Our new buddies, our new pals, our new endorsers, man. The Rascals. We go to the bag, and the Rascals, our new endorsers, our new buddies are back there. It's a smoky room. I seen them in a smoky room. There was no smell of wine or cheap perfume, but they were having a good time. They were chilling. They were dogging Trey. They were giving him shit. They were messing with him. Trey had that suit jacket on. He looked pretty smooth. I think he looked pretty smooth, Kyle. But it was out of nowhere. Zachary Wentz knows how to speak Spanish. I don't know where that came from. Zachary Wentz just goes into full on Espanol with a whole deep voice, with a whole new voice. I go, whoa, what the hell's going on here? It's like he was possessed, or it's like something was messing with his mind, man. I don't know what it could have been. What do you think, Kyle? That ever happened to you where you're kind of in another zone? You're at the brewery and all of a sudden you start.
Trent, I've never smoked anything that good. I've never smoked anything that had me speaking Spanish. I gotta say.
I wasn't implying that. I was going to ask you if you ever drank anything that made you speak Japanese, but all right, we can go there too. But hey, that ever happened to you? Never? Nothing?
I want to know where the Rascals are getting their stuff, man.
Dude,
I gotta get some of that Rascals weed.
They were in Mexico, man.
Some of that Rosetta Stone weed, that Rosetta Stone weed gets you speaking Spanish.
Hey, they've never said it was weed. They've never once said it was weed.
Rosetta Stoned. There's something going on. Zachary Wentz was like, this is good shit. He said that. Well, what else could he be talking about? The burritos? The cervezas?
They could be. This is all up to your interpretation, Kyle. You're jumping here. You're
tequila?
Running. Could be the tequila. Could be the chicks. It could be anything.
It could be the good vibes of life.
It could be it could be the sunlight. It could be the goddamn water. It could be the salt on his margarita. I don't know what it is. They never said it was one thing or another. It's all up for your interpretation. All I know is it's smoky in that room. That's all I freaking know. All right. Anyway, Zachary Wentz speaks perfect Spanish. All of a sudden, hilarious. We also cut from there, Kyle, to Scarlett Bordeaux in a very provocative training segment. She's back in the gym. A lot of butt shots. What's that sound?
God! I thought I clicked mute. Sorry, Trent. Continue.
No problem. Scarlett's there. Bobo even makes a return. Bobo, he's there.
The comeback of Bobo. I missed Bobo. I popped
Bobo's
for Bobo,
there.
Trent.
He gives her a banana, which she takes down in one bite. She takes it down real easy.
Fucking Bobo Club. Can somebody design me like a Bullet Club t-shirt that says Bobo Club?
It's on its way. Somebody's gonna listen to this and design it. Guys, if you know how to design t-shirts, make that design and tweet it to us at We Talk Impact.
Like Bobo Club, and instead of the skull, just a little Bobo face,
That'd be hilarious.
Pretty awesome.
I would buy it too. But Scarlett is going to wrestling debut in 3 weeks, Kyle. 3 weeks. Well, Scarlett Bordeaux.
I got a bit of a rant here.
Uh-oh.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not watching the show on Pursuit, so I can't comment on any of this as if it's true because I didn't see it with my own eyes. Now, Trent, I came across a tweet. Somebody tweeted, not at us, but somebody used the hashtag Impact on Pursuit. And in their tweet, they wrote that the Scarlett Bordeaux segment that we're talking about right now, Pursuit blurred out the banana. Like they blurred out the banana as she was putting it into her mouth. Now, Trent, my problem with that is, who the hell is Pursuit to censor that when all of their programming is like guys shooting deers, hunting bucks, going fishing? There's a lot of violent animal murder going on that channel, but I can't see Scarlett Bordeaux swallow a banana? I thought nothing was off the table. I thought we were, all systems go with the edgy content.
I personally think that Pursuit is not quite sure what to do yet. I think that channel is still figuring a lot of stuff out. And I think they're just a little lost, man. I think Pursuit's a little lost on what to do.
But am I wrong? It's like, oh, what? Because we're presenting it this way. This is big game hunting. This is good old outdoorsy television. Still, you're seeing videos of deers and big bucks getting blasted with shotguns. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I feel like because of that, we should be able to have whatever with Impact Wrestling. Don't even worry about it.
Listen, I agree with you. I'm shocked that a woman eating a banana, albeit provocatively, is too much for a channel that shows hunting. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know if there's something more to it. I don't know. It's who knows what multitude of reasons there could be, man. There's no rhyme or reason really. But maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll start seeing Pursuit kind of understand what they're looking to do.
I'm gonna get in touch with Pursuit, Trent. I'm gonna call them tomorrow. I'm gonna
get
their phone number.
Oh, you do that,
I'm gonna call
Kyle.
Pursuit, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this myself. I want to know.
Go ahead, investigate that.
Yes, I want a CEO at Pursuit Television to
Get on it,
explain to
Kyle.
me why we're going to censor wrestling a little, but
Son of
still
a
show TV shows where deers get shot. Come on.
Impact Tribe, should Kyle get on the horn and start and giving them a piece of his mind at Pursuit Channel? Should he tell them
A piece of my
what
mind.
he thinks? Piece of your mind. Go ahead, Kyle. The way you roasted up that morning show on the radio this morning.
Let's go.
All right. So, guys, so we're going to keep going here. We're off track. Kyle, we're off track here. We're yelling. We're talking about
finish,
you yelling.
dude. I got to get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
All right. We go from there, Kyle. After Scar Bordeaux's deep throat and a banana, we go to Desi Hit Squad. Rohit Raju, Raj Singh, along with Chacha Gama, taking on the Rascals, our buddies from the top of the show. Great back and forth match. It's a Rascals match, Kyle, which means it's awesome. It's fun. It's nothing but great chemistry and just a fun ass match, man. Nothing these guys do is bad. But I noticed, Kyle, in this, Rohit's really playing up this character a lot. He's kind of being like rebellious. He's kind of doing his own thing, and he's being a little cockier, and Chacha's kind of keeping him in line and shit like that. So I think something cool might come out of this. Rohit's kind of standing on his own lately, but Chacha's got expectations, and the Hit Squad did not hit those expectations, and the Rascals pick up the win with the Hot Fire Flame. They pin Raj, and good win. Short match, nothing too long, but it was you're good back and forth. But that finisher, man, is getting a lot of play every time they do it. There's an animated GIF online, and that thing just blows up because people love seeing that move. I love that move, Kyle. What about you?
It's that Hot Fire Flame, Trent.
Hot Fire Flame, man. It is fun to see.
I think the Rascals have a very bright future in Impact Wrestling.
I think so too, man. I think there's a lot of fun and opportunity ahead for the Rascals. These guys have nothing but a bright future. I mean, tag belts, you name it. The sky's the limit, man. And you can tell they're enjoying what they do.
Oh,
They're loving it.
The thing though is, like, they are great, fantastic wrestlers, and we joke about their promo segments in the smoky, might be stony room. Trent debates it, whatever. But when it comes to them actually being out there in the match, notice how Josh and Don don't really talk about any of that stuff. When it's time for business, it's time for business. That's
true. Time for business. They turn it on. They go for it. All right, from there, Kyle, we jump over to Conan. He's backstage with his boys, LAX. And he tells them that he says, I got some new competition for you guys, for all of you. This whole beef you're trying to start up, I know you like each other, but you want to prove yourselves. I got some new guys to add to the mix, to add to this little friendly rivalry you got here. So next week, Kyle, they're adding 2 new guys to this mix, Taurus and Daga. Daga you've seen on Lucha Underground, and what they're going to do is they're going to team Daga with LAX and Taurus with the Lucha Brothers. And it's going to be a 3-on-3. Conan in the middle. He's going to see who's really good, who's up to par here, guys. So that's going to be fun. That's that's in Mexico. These are Mexican talents. These are guys, not the LAX, but this, it's a Latin American flavor match. And I think this whole thing is going to be over. This whole thing is going to be just be a blast. So look forward to that, guys. Taurus, and I've never seen Taurus. You ever heard of Taurus? Never seen him before. No, don't know Taurus, but Daga I know, and Daga's pretty solid. That dude's doing some good stuff on the Indies right now in Lucha Underground. So definitely looking forward to seeing him make his debut for Impact. All right, Kyle, we go from there. The other Rascal, Trey, taking on Ethan Page. Ethan Page, who's surprising the shit out of me lately, more and more every week with just how talented he is. I was saying I use the term bass. He's a great bass, Kyle. You know what I mean by when I say someone is a great bass? You know what I'm getting at there?
Elaborate. Explain.
So in wrestling, and I learned this recently. There's a thing called a bass, and a bass is a guy who kind of like he's like your bigger guy who can kind of be a pace setter, like a planted like pivot point in a match. And, he can kind of help that high flyer pull off his moves. He can help that high flyer execute his moves because he's a bigger guy. He's stronger. He can hold the guy easier. He can flip the guy easier. He can maneuver the guy around easier than a guy like, let's say, his size or who's weighted lighter and stuff like that. So a base is kind of like that solid pivot point guy who knows how to work with these high flyers. And there's a wrestler out there, and he's just signed with MLW. He was a local Chicago guy named Gringo Loco. I don't know if you've heard of him or not, Kyle, but he calls himself the base god, and that's a big part of it. He's prides himself on being a really strong base for all the high flyers. And I think Ethan Page is one of those guys. I mean, this guy hung in the Ultimate X, man. This guy held his own in one of the toughest matches in Impact and TNA history. So I think Ethan Page is great. What do you think about Ethan Page? I don't think you and I have ever talked about him.
I think we talk about him every week here on the podcast, Trent. At least once or
Smart
twice.
ass.
At least once or twice. Ethan
really
Page,
are.
all ego. One of the best,
damn.
man. Definitely happy to have him here in Impact Wrestling. That's for sure. But the base, I like that. Ethan the Base Page.
The base Page. I mean, he's an ego. He's an ego base. He's an ego base. Base ego. A bigo. All right. But back and forth, it was a good match. I mean, Trey is quick. The guy is the fresh prince of midair, and he has his finisher is officially been named. It's the Fresh to Death, but Page avoided a double stomp, at one point, and then Trey hit the Fresh to Death, got the win. So all Rascals victorious tonight. This is a huge push for all these guys, man. Rascals are really, really becoming a home team here, man. This is awesome. Not to say Ethan Page isn't. Ethan Page, I think, is a great guy to have on your roster. He is your base. So definitely looking forward to more out of him. So, all right. We go backstage from that, Kyle. Eli Drake is there. He's trying to persuade Eddie Edwards to return to his old ways. He tells Eddie, I got a surprise for you, dummy. It's going to be me and you taking on the Rascals next week. So let's have the old Eddie back. And Eddie's not having it whatsoever. Are you ready for the old Eddie to come back, Kyle? What do you say? You ready for this?
No, because he's not. He's not coming back. Not until Davey Richards comes around. That's for sure.
I don't know. Are we holding our breath in that Davey Richards thing?
We are. And
we are.
He's not giving up who he is anytime soon. Kenny is here to stay. Kenny the Kendo Stick isn't going anywhere.
I have Kenny the Kendo Stick here in my place. I got one of them at least. I got one of the Kennys he uses. I got it from Eddie. I have one. It's sitting in my umbrella holder. There's no umbrellas in there. It's Kenny the Kendo Stick. My dad was over here and he goes, "What the hell is this?" I go, "It's a kendo stick." He goes, "What the hell is a kendo stick?" I said, "Oh, let me show you, Dad." And I proceeded to hit myself with it, and he thought it really hurt because it makes that loud noise. And I said, "No, I'm good." But inside I was crying. It really does hurt.
Has your girlfriend been looking over at Kenny the Kendo Stick at all? Giving you the look?
He'll be over this weekend, and Kenny the Kendo Stick, he said he might make his way from the umbrella holder to the bedroom.
Oh, God. You sick freak. I wasn't talking about that, you sick animal.
I'm just saying I'm going to put the umbrella hole, I'm going to move it under the bed. That's all. I need to make space for the umbrellas. What the hell are you talking about?
Continue.
Sick son of a bitch.
Continue.
All right, main event time, Kyle. God, you're pissing me off this week. You're really grinding my goddamn gears. I give you a lift code and everything, trying to save your goddamn life, and you're really grinding my fucking gears this week, Kyle. All right, here we go. Main event: Johnny Impact versus Killer Kross, accompanied by Moose, Big Money Moose, your favorite guy, the inspiration to the nation especially with those glasses, Big Money Moose. Now, Kyle, I really didn't think Kross was going to take this belt, man. I didn't see it happening. I felt it was too soon for him to get this match. I didn't see it. It was a damn good match, though. It had me. I don't read spoilers, so part of me was thinking maybe this could happen. Maybe this is what happened. I don't know, but it came close. But in the end, there was a lot of back and forth that came close. But Brian Cage appeared out of nowhere, attacked both of them. Double DQ, man. Double DQ. No winner on this one at all. Brian Cage just beats the shit out of everybody. He F5s Moose. He tries to take Cage out with a Saito suplex and doesn't even phase him. I'm sorry, Kross attempts to take Cage out with a side of suplex, and Cage rolls right through and gets right back up. And he nails Kross and Impact with clotheslines. Dude, Cage is like on a tear. This guy doesn't give a shit who you are. But so he took out everybody. Everybody. He wants the belt, man. I think it's got to be Cage. It's got to be Cage next. He's the next guy. I don't know when it's going to happen, but goddamn it, this guy's determined to take that title. Are you ready for the era of Cage
you're
to
wrong,
start?
Trent. You know you're wrong with that when you say that it's got to be Cage, because what do we talk about, Trent, here like a broken record every single week on this podcast? You don't know if it's going to be Killer Kross.
I don't know.
You don't know if it's going to be Brian Cage. You don't know if it's going to be Sami Callihan. Anybody could jump up to that spot. But it better be sooner than later, because Trent, the people are throwing tomatoes at Johnny Impact. We are at that point where we are throwing tomatoes at Johnny Impact. And that's not like us. We're very happy-go-lucky fans. We are not the type of fans that complain about everything, Trent. That's not us. We love Impact, and we are very happy-go-lucky when it comes to Impact. We don't attack too many things. We don't get negative and criticize too many things unless it's called for. And this is called for. The people are sick of Johnny Impact. Johnny Impact has overstayed his welcome at Impact Wrestling, at least in the current character situation he's in. Because, Trent, more and more, I can't defend the guy. I can't. I tried to defend him weeks ago, but every week he keeps stinking up the damn TV screen with his awful promos. Hell of a wrestler, fantastic wrestler, one of the most entertaining to watch. But his character stinks, man.
I can't do it, man. I can't get into him. I never could. Look, he's so freaking talented. He looks like $1 million.
And that's what bothers me. That's what annoys me even more.
I just can't get into him. I never ever could get into him, and I hate to say that, but I just can't, man. He doesn't do it for me. I feel like he's not natural enough to pull it off, and it's a tragedy, man. It's like, shit. What do you do? But you can't totally dog the guy. You don't want to shit on. He's working hard, but okay. I got one beef, Kyle. I'm not gonna spend too long on this, but.
Well, you're attacking him. We're all attacking him. The company threw him in that spot.
I got one thing to attack him on. His damn Twitter bothers me. I understand if you change your Twitter handle and you're verified, you have to wait till a whole new verification happens. So his Twitter is like, the real Morrison or something. And he won't change it because, he's verified. Right? Fine. But the display name, Kyle, you can make it say anything. Why doesn't it say Johnny Impact? It says John Morrison. You haven't been John Morrison in years. Like, you could change the display name to be something else. Like, the fact that he still has John Morrison just looks silly to me, man. It bothers me. I don't know why. It's like, dude, are you in or are you out? What's the deal? At least make the display name Johnny Impact. Or just Johnny, whatever the hell you want to make it. But you don't have to change the handle, because I get you'll lose your verification, but come on, man. That's a little thing, but that bothers me. I don't know. Am I crazy? Impact Lounge, am I nuts? Does that bother you guys? Maybe I'm nuts? Maybe I'm too picky.
Trent, it's like, as an Impact fan, you're like an angry girlfriend coming into your new boyfriend's house and seeing pictures of his ex-girlfriend on the wall. You're annoyed. You don't want to see that.
That's it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, Kyle. That's exactly, goddamn it. Hey, but listen, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong in that, man. I think it's a fair criticism. I really do. It's like that's like quality control right there, man. So I don't know. I think that's the kind of thing that needs to be dealt with. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm nuts.
Bottom line, though, Trent, who do you see up next? Killer Kross or Brian Cage? If you had to pick one. Choose one. You see one of them taking the old Straparuski championship belt off of Johnny Impact's waist. Who's it going to be? Killer Kross or Brian Cage?
Now, I think what's going to happen is it's going to be Kross, and it's going to infuriate the shit out of Cage even further. Like, Cage gets even further away from me. It's like, God damn it. Like, I still didn't get it. Like, Kross got it and I didn't get it. It's gonna just turn Cage into a freaking maniac. He's gonna go just ballistic. It's gonna turn Cage into just a hungry monster. And I gotta feel my layout theory is this: Kross takes it in Vegas, holds it to Slammiversary. Your main event of Slammiversary is Cage and Kross. Calling it now. Tell me I'm wrong, guys, but I'm calling it now. I don't know. What do you think, Kyle? You think am I too out there on that one?
We're keeping that one down. We're writing that one down for
write
records,
that down
for records.
I'm happy with that one. I'm confident in where that one is potentially going. We'll see. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but hey, it could happen. Anything can happen in wrestling. Who the hell knows? But man, that was it, Kyle. That's the January 25th, 2019 edition of Impact Wrestling on Pursuit and Twitch. I liked it. Fun show. I liked all the new changes in the arena. I like that we furthered every single storyline and play. Good show, man. I enjoyed it a lot. Kyle, any last words on this episode? Anything?
Pretty good one. Nothing too crazy. This wasn't one of those episodes that has us, gushing, but can't complain. Wasn't bad. Smooth sailing. Pretty good show.
Pretty good show.
Good wrestling. Nice debut from Mexico, at least for this year.
Yeah.
Next week, hopefully we get Whoopsie here on the show. Bring some Latino Hispanic flavor onto the show.
Yeah, man. Bring all Whooptastic on the show. See what he's got to say. Right. We got some new stuff. We got some new stuff next week. We got Daga. We got debut. We got Sue Young's gonna be back. Dark Alley will be on. Keira, Jordynne Grace. We got some other talent gonna be displayed next week. That'll be nice, and along with whatever Mexican talent that's gonna be on there. So we'll see what happens, guys. But all right, we'll connect with us, guys. Listen, keep leaving comments. It's our favorite part of the week is those comments. Kyle, I love those comments. I know you just get off on those comments. You love them. You're the first guy on there replying to everybody. Not that kind of get off. I'm talking about. I'm talking about happily, emotionally, what the fuck? I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore. Yeah, all right, fine. Maybe Kyle gets off in your comments,
That's
guys.
Right. I get off on your comments.
He gets off in the comments. Leave. The more you leave, the more he gets off on them.
That's right.
I don't mean that kind of get off. Maybe I do. I don't know. All I know is I enjoy them too. You guys have been amazing with the comments. Leave your feedback. Let us know what you think about it.
Leave questions for Rohit.
Leave questions for Rohit. Tweet and Facebook them to us. You guys can connect with us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at We Talk Impact. Just type in We Talk Impact and we come up on all the major social medias. You can check out this podcast on Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and Spotify. Rate, review, subscribe. Guys, I'm going to emphasize this. Please, if you got iTunes, takes 2 seconds. Go to your iTunes, look us up, give us a 5-star rating or whatever rating you want to give us, but rate us. Let us know you like. Even if you're listening on YouTube or some of the other platforms, rate us on whatever platform you're on. It takes 2 seconds. We need those ratings. We want to keep coming up in the searches. We want to show people what we're doing over here more and more. You guys have been amazing to us on YouTube. We need to show them in the other areas too. So definitely, guys, give us a rating, add us to your playlist, subscribe, and but yeah, find us everywhere. We try to make the show available everywhere to us. You can connect with me at Vanilla Joke on Twitter and Instagram, and Kyle is on Twitter now, solo along with the We Talk Impact.
That's right.
Twitter account. Kyle, what's your Twitter handle, buddy?
Shoot me a follow on the Twitter sphere, Loungers and Tribe members at KL_TNI on tweeting along with you all.
Kyle is tweeting, guys. I mean, you guys have broke him out of his shell. I said, Kyle, you need an individual personality. We Talk Impact is both of us on Twitter. You need to have your individuality so people can say, I'm friends with Kyle and Trent and the show.
And when I post hashtags, I don't got to worry about any Trents coming onto my tweets in the middle of the night, editing them and fixing up my hashtags for me. I don't got to worry about any of that stuff. I get my own creative control.
Terrible. Yeah. You run your own name into the ground.
That's
okay?
Right. That's right.
That's right. Good enough. Guys, that's going to do it for us here. Kyle, did I miss anything? Or can we let these people go?
We're going to let let them go, Trent, but let's leave them off with the Hemi song, Trent. I'm gonna play a Hemi song since I'm like the DJ around here. What do you want to play? We're gonna leave them with it.
Let's kick them off with let's take them out with Dark Horse. That's from the Avalon album off of Hemi.
Any artist notes? I mean, Trent, this is your band here, so any artist notes? You wrote the song. You're the singer, the guitar player. You did all this. Any comments about this song for the listeners before they hear it?
Absolutely. Well, this song is part of a concept album, and Dark Horse is about the journey to hell of our central character who is going to hell. And this is the dark. He's being taken to hell by the Dark Horse. That's what the song is about. It's available on the Avalon album, which is our latest album, available at hemimusic.com. Links are all there. It's available everywhere, iTunes and all that stuff. But check it out. This is Dark Horse. It's a great song. It's kind of a nice driving, galloping beat. And let me know what you guys think of it. All right? That's going to do it. Thanks for checking us out, guys. We appreciate it every week. We love you. We will connect with you next week. Later.
Bye.